Please welcome onto the ice wearing white, the Haringey Hounds. The Haringey Hounds are made up of netminder wearing 1, Sophia Roses. Wearing 2, Rebecca Volsky. Wearing 6, Zach Field. Wearing 7, Emma Sally. Wearing 8, Oliver Leach. Wearing 9, wearing 10, Ruben Yates. Wearing 9, Emil Rebel. Wearing 11, Christian Reinhardt. Wearing 13, Alexander Rebecco. Wearing 14, George Vance. Wearing 15, Kevin Keller. Wearing 17, Maximilian Minikov. Wearing 18, Joshua Blackwood. Wearing 27, Lucas Hughes. Wearing 29, Philip Altony. Wearing 38, Konstantin Gershau. Wearing 42, netminder Anthony Witkowski. And wearing 72, Josh Jackson Sanders. That is your team ice game this morning, the Haringey Hounds under 16s. And in the dark jerseys, please welcome onto the ice their opponents, the Kingston Sharks. The Kingston Sharks are made up of number 2, John Powell, number 3, Joshua Beddoes, wearing 6, Josie Knott, wearing 7, William Leach, wearing 13, James Pett, wearing 16, Harry Watson, wearing 17, William Walton, wearing 19, Jack Bonoff, wearing 23, George Siggery, wearing 24, Wyndon Bergen, wearing 25, Archie Cobb, wearing 31, netminder John F. Dickner, wearing 32, netminder Lewis Curry, wearing 35, Bo Reader, wearing 36, Joshua Lenn, wearing 40, Matthew Kiggle, wearing 49, Joseph Kirby, wearing 53, Lucas Crocodile, wearing 57, Alfie Brown, wearing 65, Daniel Dowd, and wearing 95, Charlie Barker. That is your team icing here this morning for the Kingston Sharks under 16s. Now we welcome both teams tonight. We are about to get underway for the under 16 South semi-final. The winner of this game will move on to face Leeds tomorrow in that all-important final. But first, there's only one winner here this morning will be the Haringey Hounds.
Welcome back to Ice Sheffield. It's the second game of our opening day of the final weekend of junior action here in the England ice hockey season. It's our second under 16 semi-final. The Haringey Hounds will take on the Kingston Sharks.
The
winner of this faces the Leeds Junior Knights, who just won our first semi-final with a flawless 6-0 performance against the Guildford Fire Stars. The top seed over from South June will be Haringey Hounds. 16 wins, 2 losses to their name. Take on the Kingston Sharks, who have 13 wins, 2 losses and a lone draw. Kingston want to make it an all-North final and try and get revenge on their league, on their division champions. Haringey, though, will like to make an exciting North-South clash. So then let's get into the team list, starting with the top seed Haringey Hounds, their netminder number 1, Sofia Kazaris. Number 42, Anthony Piatkowski. For their skaters, number 2, Rebecca Voslinski. Number 6, Zach Beal. Number 7, Emil Savi. Number 8, Oliver Leach. Number 9, Emil Ribal. Number 10, Ruben Yates. Number 11, Christian Reinhardt. Number 13, Alexander Ravenko. Number 14, George Fant. Number 15, Kevin Keller. Number 17, Max Vinikov. Number 18, Josh Blackwood. Number 27, Lucas Chu. Number 29, Philip Olisny. Number 38, Konstantin Nursar. Number 72, JJ Sanders. And number 91, Johannes Dialio. And now for the Kingston Sharks, their opponents. Their netminders, number 31, John F. Tinker. Number 32, Lewis Curry. And for their skaters, number 2, Charlie Powell. Number 3, Joshua Baduz. Number 6, Joseph Knott. Number 7, William Leach. Number 13, James Hebb. Number 16, Harry Moxham. Number 17, William Thornton. Number 19, Jack Beaumont. Number 23, George Sibery. Number 24, Will Durgan. Number 25, Archie Cobb. Number 35, Bo Reeder. Number 36, Josh Lang. Number 40, Matthew Pickup. Number 49, Joseph Kirby. Number 53, Lucas Cockerline. Number 57, Alfie Brown. Number 65, Daniel Dowd. Number 95, Charlie Barker. There is some top talent in these two sides. Most notably for Kingston, the pairing of Will Durgan and Bo Reeder and Will Leach. Well, that's 3 strong players we've seen at England versus Scotland and Showcase. Together they can be a lethal pairing. Zach Beal, one of the stronger players for Haringey, along with probably their most notable player, Christian Reinhardt, the only GB representative in this game, at least for GB men. GB women's, though, has Rebecca Voslinski, the 14-year-old, both of their under-18s and 16s. Voslinski, part of that World Championship winning side in Latvia, getting that promotion to Division 1B. We're almost ready then for our second semi-final of the day. It's red hot in Sheffield, and this game's only going to get a little bit hotter. Shooting left to right in the black with blue trim is the Kingston Sharks, and in the white and blue with yellow trim, shooting right to left, it's the Haringey Hounds. It's our second semi-final. We've got 45 minutes to decide who will join the lead tonight in our under-16s final. It's 6 down, the puck's dropped, and we are off in our action here outside Sheffield. And down the boards early, Christian Reinhardt with a big hit on towards Charlie Powell to get things going as the puck gets iced early on. Face-off should have come out towards Kingston, but it's pounced on by Blackwood, and he'll charge it down in towards the zone. And Haringey, who were dominant in the second divisions last year and had a team in the under-16s last year as well, most of them into the under-18s. Haringey with 3 teams here to end the second divisions, showing their prowess and growth down at Haringey as a one of the top South academies. Here's Christian Reinhardt, the GB defenseman, walking it into the zone as the top line gets a change. He's all by himself. And Reinhardt heading to the bench, takes a bit of a tumble. Kingston with the pressure in the corner, turns the puck over, they'll move it back down through neutralise, who played and chased down by Bo Reeder. And cleared out again. The puck will go full circle and it will be iced as starting netminders Lewis Curry for the Kingston Sharks, and in between the pipes for Haringey is Sophia Kuzaris. Face-off one towards Haringey's with JJ Sanders with the long blonde hair coming out of the back of his helmet. Instantly distinguishable their captain. One of the top players last year at under-16s as they lost to the eventual champions, the Nottingham Lions, in the semi-final, but a top physical player. Part of their under-18 second division champions side and under-16s as well. But again, Haringey, a team that has a lot of players. A lot of players playing multiple games this weekend with their under-18s and 19 side. Kingston have two teams here this weekend. The other, though, is the under-14 second division side, so there'll be less of a worry. It's hard to try and get through with the dominance of what Nottingham and Leeds have in the North Division. However, they've done a very good job so far. Was able to beat out of the Nottingham Lions at home, which got them their place here. Able to clear it out of the zone, but it only makes it as far as Ruben Yates, which will just allow Haringey to get it in. It's going to be played at a different pace this game, a bit more of a tactical approach, more of a game of chess than the hit-you-hard sort of nature that we've seen from Leeds in our last game. There's going to be a bit more physical stuff of a tactical nature of the likes of Reeder, Durgan, and Leeds, Joshua Baduz as well. There's a lot of crafty forwards on the side of Kingston and a lot of awkward forwards on the side of Haringey. Makes it for a unique combo. Down into the boards from behind, Ruben Yates into the corner, but still going on strong. Vasilinski can't force the man off the puck. It's a great feed through towards Thornton, but he's just stuck on his backhand briefly. Despite the shooting lane, he runs out of room. Reeder gets brought down as there's a clash of legs. It's turned over towards Powell! And it's been given. Caught in two minds with the referee. Came off the bar, went out and in. And it looked like he's initially going to wave it off, and he gave it. Done. Kingston get us off to the races. I think it was Charlie Powell who took it home. We'll wait for confirmation. Max Vinnikov coming back the other way early, straight into the glove of Lewis Curry. Hold on to it.
For the Kingston Sharks, scored by number 19, Jack Beaumont.
There's Jack Beaumont, who's been confirmed as the goal scorer in the first. So it's been corrected, it is. It was Jack Beaumont with the assist. It was Charlie Powell with the goal, so Kingston's number 2. Their forward gets us underway in the scoring. And well, Haringey didn't have much questions about the goal. There was a little confusion as it was originally given as an own goal. Hand pass will blow the play dead. We'll have a face-off just in front of the Haringey bench where the offence occurred. Trying to feed it through into the middle. As Christian Reinhardt pops out the other end in towards the Haringey zone on a swivel as Blackwood as he's pressed hard by Thornton. It briefly turns the puck over, but Christian Reinhardt was there to recover. Vinikov gets himself into the zone and he's pushing on nicely, trying to pick a corner. Lewis Curry almost ran out of sight to where the puck was. Thankfully it came off the side netting and Kingston will roll it the other way. Trying to play it low, but it's into the stick of Reinhardt. He gets out-muscled by James Hebb. Around towards Baduz. Baduz had a bit of a chance for a wraparound. He goes all the way instead! Opens up space onto his forehand. And Kingston liked that one. And barely flinching was Sofia Cazares. There's a second one in quick succession to put past her. And Kingston are starting confidently here in Sheffield. Aggressive hit there was Beddoes. He tumbles into the boards rather aggressively. Up to his feet, folks. Head towards Nurse. Out in front, trying to crash on. There's going to be a penalty coming up. It'll be interesting to see if this one's against interference going up against Kingston. So the first power play game going in favour of the Haringey Hounds. Joshua Beddoes got himself into the box, the goal scorer of the second goal. Haringey with a chance to half the deficit on the power play. It's Hassel quickly and a two-on-one coming away. Bo Reader pushing forward. He's got power with him. Reader trying to go all alone. Shot called for a save by Cazares. He had Charlie Power on his inside. Elected for glory himself with a short-handed chance. Goes a miss for the North Yorkshire side. Pops out towards Ruben Yates. JJ Sanders can't put it home. He'll play this one out in front again, but he's again unable to bury it. That's poorly collected by the stick of Joshua Blackwood. Out at high to Vinikov. Vinikov trying to send one high and jumping on it behind the goal was Filip Ulisny. Just ran out of room to put on the open back door. Charlie Powell getting himself a short-handed chance. This time the wraparound. His stick, though, gets impeded upon. And Matthew Pickup loses his as well. Now it's with Lucas Cockerline. Gets himself just across onto his forehand. That cutting across the face of goal. Just missing wide of the net. But Kingston really putting on the pressure as JJ Sanders tries to lay a statement of intent with a hit. Nursar drops it back to Voslinski. So on a swivel, off the post! It's been given. Goal judge says it was in. The referee will agree with it, and it looked like it was off the post and out, but it's going to be given as a power play goal. And an almost anticlimactic end to the man advantage, but Haringey, with some brilliant passing, has got them back to a one-goal game with 8 minutes left of the opening period. Off the draw early, trying to pounce back and get the 2-goal advantage. But Will Durgan's shot ever rising into the netting. Not going to trouble Cazares. Yates. Towards Keller, it's pushed aside now. Towards the corner. Ruben Yates confirmed the goal scorer for Haringey. Rebecca Maslinski gets confirmed with the assist. And Zach Beale trying to go all the way on a 2-on-0. Waiting in the middle was Nassar. But again, a couple selfish plays on both sides. That extra pass is probably the difference between the goal and not. And 3 times on both sides they've elected to not do the extra pass. This time they do, but it just falls under the stick of James Hebb. So perhaps a counter to that argument made by the Kingston number 13. Out of the zone and taking a tumble, and Zach Beale is a fast, wiry skater. Just puts the brakes on before he got to the puck, but allowed Will Thornton to get there. Picked back up again by Beale, who's trying to feed it through into the middle, but there's not a body there. Sanders dumps it in from the blue line. That deflects off, and now there's going to be a few whacks now from the edge, try and get it down. 3-on-2 entering the zones, quickly pickpocketed and turned the other way by Reader on the backhand. Trying to send it bar down. Just missing the net, but a great turn of play from Kingston to recover the puck and almost create a chance out of nothing. And now Haringey going to want to return the favour. Hurrying back for Will Thornton. And the play gets blown dead.
A big welcome to England Ice Hockey Director Martin Peters. This is Martin's favourite song. This is Martin Navarrete. Make sure to send this out to Jubilant. And he will thank you all day. Or Martin's here all day. And he will love this song on the beach.
Face-off comes out towards this near side. Thornton gets carried into the boards. Still maintains the puck though of Kingston, who's with Bo Reader. Trying to play it across. Running out of room though was Matthew Pickup. Sent back in by Thornton. A little bit uncomfortable that one. Towards a point in Kingston, trying to dish the puck around rather quickly. It's turned over and back the other way come Haringey. Opening with a speed. It's with their number 29, Phil Polisny. Trying to play it between the legs, ran out of room, and Reader getting his side back over the blue line. I think there's an elbow pad on the ice, just making things a little bit awkward with a bit of debris. Vinnikov trying to put pressure on the forecheck, but Kingston as calm as you'd like so far on this shift. Charlie Powell has that swiped away from. It's actually a net guard that's come off, so others. Bit of kit of that is they won't be able to come back onto the ice until we get a whistle to retrieve that to the bench. But now be able to do it though as Kingston ice to put with 5:11 remaining in the opening period. Draw a quick bit of passing play, but it's blocked and then held up. Kingston wants an interference call, but it don't matter what, they still got strength in numbers into the zone with that shot just off the shoulder of Cazares. Now backward on the backhand, trying to play it round the net. A bit of a pulling together. Vinnikov wants it, but it's too far ahead of him. Will Leach will pick it up. Scramble again. Great turnover in favour of Kingston down the boards. It's almost looking a bit like a power play right now. Kingston just look so calm and collected with their goal advantage. Haringey on the board eventually, but you feel the next one is more likely to come to Kingston than Haringey. Blackwood trying to feed it between the legs of Will Leach, just wide of the net of Lewis Curry. That's tipped awkwardly off the stick of Waslinski. As it comes again, Waslinski lines up a hit on Charlie Barker, and now Konstantin Nursar trying to go all the way. He's got assistance on his outside, but he's Not able to play it out, and Woslinski, she gets hustled off the puck, it falls back out to the hands, and a few extra whacks for good measure from Lisney. And off the bench a bit awkwardly, I think there was a quick question of too many men call. Now Kingston come back the other way. We've got a brief 2-on-2. Man waiting in the middle has the pass cut right through him. It's out of the zone for Moxon, who tries to evade it from Lisney, but Haringey still come back and a big hit. Sits down Oliver Leach. As old school as you'd like. That time Moxon fancied getting himself involved in the physical action. He still gets the puck back though, and there's going to be a question asked behind the play from Bo Reeder, but will not get a penalty. 2:45 remaining in the opening period. Early pressure from Kingston off the face-off. JJ Sanders is able to relieve it briefly. The pass aimed at Blackwood was way too far ahead of him though, but Haringey have been really strong at creating offensive zone turnovers, and they'll get one there, tipped just over the bar by Vinnikov. He's someone who expect to star in this game, 38 points from 18 games played. Played for England under 15s in 2024. Also featured at Showcase at the start of the month, and probably one of the top players, along with Christian Reinhardt. If there's going to be a goal to come from, you can see him being one of them, and a hand pass is given. Blocked off the hand of JJ Sanders, picked up by Blackwood. I think Sanders is protesting. He didn't pass, he just deflected off his hand. But either way, we're going to face off out the zone with just over 2 minutes remaining. Great pass there by Beale, trying to connect towards Kevin Keller, unable to do so. And be cleared out of the zone. Haringey would dearly love to tie the game up here. Just before the first break of 3 minutes in between the periods, Christian Reinhardt just runs out of room. Puck still enters the zone, is picked back up though by their opposition in Kingston. Start to move the other way, going coast to coast with Bo Reeder. Putting on the wheels, dropped off to Charlie Powell, spots across towards Matthew Pickup, but despite the pass not being on target, I don't quite think their number 40 was ready for it anyway. Nosar trying to drop it off over the blue line, unable to do so, cleared out towards Heb. Reinhardt gets a hit afterwards as Moxon hits the deck. Turn back over to Lisney as Kingston, they just shut off briefly there. It opened up a chance for their number 29. There's a knee-on-knee coming together. They'll play on, and eventually Kingston will work it out of the zone. 40 seconds remain. And Bo Reeder unhappy about that pass. He'll play a hit on towards Ruben Yates, picked up by Woslinski. Beale trying to get himself all over the place, opens up a shooting lane right down the middle, straight into the glove of Lewis Curry. He'll flash it to his left side. So face off to the right of Lewis Curry. Just a handful of seconds remaining in this opening period. Our second of 6 games here today, 6 more games tomorrow as well. You can join all on our webcast here at the Everyone Active Ice Sheffield. I'll be taking you through all of the action this week, or this weekend rather. Final bit of junior ice hockey in the competitive season ends for both juniors and seniors. Well, seniors ended in April, but junior season will end tomorrow, the opening day of June. A rather elongated season with the playoffs and such. Kingston trying to double their lead late in the second period. They've got a few seconds left to do so, and that pass out isn't going to allow them to do so. Haringey won't get a chance either. The Claxon will go. 15 minutes gone, 30 to go with a one-goal game, but the Sharks lead 2 goals to 1 after 15 minutes.
Sharks lead this period in the lead, 2 goals scored. The Haringey has 1. Both teams will take a short 2-minute break. It will be underway with the second period in just a few minutes' time. After that short break, both teams head back to centre ice ahead of the second period. The Kingston Sharks enter the second period, 2 goals. The Haringey Hounds 1. Still all to play for in the U16 South semi-final. The winner of this match will face Leeds tomorrow in the U16 national final. So second period about to get underway. Are you here cheering on the Haringey Hounds? Or are you here cheering on the Kingston Sharks?
Back underway for the second period, and Christian Reinhardt already pushing forward, trying to get his side back all squared. Fairly even first period, all things considered. I think the better of the chances, and the majority of the chances going in favour of Kingston. They certainly made better use of their offensive zone time. But I think the big standout about Haringey is how good they are turning the puck over in the offensive zone, stopping a Kingston breakout and creating a chance from there. It's where they've been so strong so far, a chance out of nothing. And Vinnikov has drawn a penalty, got himself into space. They may not see the power play, they will do so though. As Lewis Curry collects it, and a hooking call going against the captain, Bo Reeder. One of their top penalty killers will be absent for the next 2 minutes. So he's going to sit 2 minutes for hooking. And a special shout out towards Paul Knock, the dad of Joseph Knock, number 6 for the Kingston Sharks. Unable to be here in Sheffield this weekend to support his son. Busy watching from his vantage point in South Africa. Hope you're enjoying the hockey, Paul, and best of luck to your son. JJ Sanders with a bit of physicality start to respond towards the aggression that Charlie Powell was put out. Trying to kill off the first few seconds, 20 gone in Kingston. Think of a clear message on the PK, it's physicality. Blackwood trying to crash it home though! And no matter how physical you can be, you're not going to stop Rebecca Woslinski in that position. Showing why she's won a gold medal at the World Championships. Woslinski ties the game upon a power play. It's 2 apiece here in South Yorkshire. Great bit of momentum. Zach Beale had opened up a fantastic opportunity for Kevin Keller. Couldn't be put home though.
Goal number 2 for the
That could have been the first lead. Ravenko looking to get it this time, but straight into the glove of Lewis Curry.
Assisted by number 18, Josh Blackwood.
Rossini
Second assist
with the assist.
John Jackson Sanders.
I think it's Orsini's been given a goal.
Number 2, a power play goal.
Blackwood with the assist. So Woslinski
Orsini, assisted by 18, Josh Blackwood, and 72, John Jackson Sanders. That goal
given JJ Sanders with the secondary assist as well. So Haringey can be a happy side right now. Will Durgan going to want to be giving his side the lead back, and we know he's got some superstar capabilities and going around the house as he's set up Bo Reeder, who's fresh out of the box nicely. Zach Beale got sat down. A few questions being asked, not given, and Durgan's turned back over again. And still more people protesting as Kingston feed it out in front again. Picked up by Nursar, and now he's got himself a 1-on-0. What can he do with it here? He's got it across to the side, and Haringey lead! Fantastic work by Konstantin Nursar, and this is what we mean. Haringey make chances out of nothing. A 1-on-1 pops up, Nursar pulls it to his left, creates a shooting lane, slots it to the opposite side of Lewis Curry. And 2 goals in the first 2.5 minutes in the second period. And from trailing to leading, the West London side have themselves their first advantage of the game.
Haringey Hounds' third goal, unassisted goal by 38, Konstantin Nursar. That goal time at 17 minutes and 33
Come out again of the Haringey zone, trying to get a 2-on-0. Great back check by Matthew Pickup, still pushing all the way is Josh Blackwood. He's got himself behind the goal, he's waiting for assistance. There's a crowd of 4 Kingston players in the corner. created the turnover briefly. Vinikov 40 had in an out-on-one entering zone. Pickup has to put the brakes on. Reader crawls it in after crossbar. Bo Reader denied by the netminder's best friend, and back the other way comes Joshua Blackwood with Vinikov. He's got it through one. Blackwood still pushing it away. Turn out in front. Oh, what a save that is, Lewis Curry. He gets piled on by a couple, but a fantastic full stretch out, and now Curry looks to be injured. Took a heavy hit as players collapsed onto him. The chances at one end, chances at both ends there. And Lewis Curry, the initial save was standard, but the second one, the back door wide open, full stretch out. Brilliant work. The way to recover after being hit with 2 quick goals. Curry getting international experience with the GB under-16s ball hockey side, going to the World Junior Championships in Czechia next month. So this season's not yet done. It's not quite ice hockey, but hockey's hockey. There's a few other GB ball hockey players in action, both on the Kingston side today, and with the Nottingham Lions. They have some of the under-23 players playing in the under-18s games later today. Nottingham in our penultimate semi-final of the day in the under-18s category. Chu wristed in, tipped over the bar. Olisny out in front again. He doesn't get a whole lot of that though onto his stick. Picked back up, centred in front towards the opening goal scorer of Haringey, Ruben Yates. It took a while to release that, trying to get power into it. Up towards Chu. There's not a whole lot of space for him to shoot into. He does it in anyway. It's picked back up by Kingston. Round they go again. Chipped down in towards the corner. Yates draws a few protests. Beddoes hit by Goslinski. Return hit that was heavy on towards Chu, sent in Kingston. Trying to knock it off of the leg of Joshua Beddoes. This will now be raised to keep it at the blue line. It won't be held by Will Leach. He'll be chased by Oliver Leach. The 2 Leaches racing for it at the blue line. It came out in favour of the northern one. Turnover again. This is what Haringey do so well. The relentless pressure turns it up in a place where it shouldn't be, but Keller unable to put it home back door. Beale waits in the middle. They're trying to feed it through to him. He's been pickpocketed behind the net, and now out come Kingston the other way with James Hebb. Tries sending it in deep. There's not much on it, and offside. Going to be East Yorkshire time. JJ Sanders mishandles that one as it came back to him at the face-off. Kingston trying to feed it through to the middle, but it's intercepted quickly by Ravenko, and back the other way come Haringey with Zach Beale on the backhand out in front towards Josh Blackwood, and somehow he's been able to get a shot away, batting that one out of the air. Back round towards Zach Beale. He's a very flamboyant skate, you could say. He's got fantastic edge work. Certainly problematic to try and deal with defensively. Kingston just slowing the pace down a bit as we approach the halfway stage in this game. Do not seem to have had a look in at all in the second period. Hebb wants it across on this near side. He's begging for it. He will now get it for Kingston. They'll start working it out towards Barker. A bit of frustration as he can't control it. And Haringey, with fresh forwards, will try and work it down again. Vinikov's going to get there first to negate the icing. Waiting for assistance as the defensive pairing trail in. battling for it. Ravenko can't get on his stick, and that's great work there by Charlie Barker to slow down the attack from Haringey's, with Blackwood to Vinnikov. And a chip out in front to the number 18. It's beaten by him, and a 1-on-2 as Kingston close it up into the zone, pushed aside by Cazares. Picked back up by their captain, Bo Reeder. A no-look pass out in front. But Charlie Powell just can't connect full stretch. Back with Reeder. Trying to go all the way around, running out of room, and now back come Haringey. It's a phrase that's been said so much, but their counter-attack's been so good. But that pass, not so much from Blackwood. Now space to work with. Matthew Pickups battling with Olisny. He's brought down, no call, and a bit of amusement there, I think, from the Kingston bench as they wanted a call. Hit on after the puck had been played. Haringey still with on possession, though. This time for Czech. Turns it over back towards Kingston, and that'll be a scrum that pops out towards Vaslinski. But then the pass into the middle, can't connect to a white jersey. So out it comes towards Christian Reinhardt, and it will be iced by the Kingston Sharks. Over halfway gone in this game then. Unlike the first semi-final, it's a harder call to pick who's going to win this one. Right now, Haringey, whatever their coach told them to break, the head coach Lev Oslinski has worked to great effect. They've got only 2 goals in a period, and Kingston haven't looked likely at all. It's been a rather dominant performance. It's been controlled and dictated by Haringey. The pace they like to play, which is a slow build-up. They'll hit you fast, make things awkward for you. It's not rampant, but it's a very tactical approach to the game. Same with Kingston, but right now, if you could ask for a draw, it'd be Kingston who'd be pressing that button. They're going to be hoping soon that they're not going to be having to consider resigning. They're going to get themselves a great 3-on-1 chance entering the zone. That's a fantastic pass from Heb, right through to the back, and the shot. Well, it was all there on a platter. Kingston just couldn't connect with it in the end. It's back out in front towards Will Durgan. With some fantastic passing, and that drop pass has been put out. That may have been in contender for pass of the tournament or assisted the tournament, whatever you like. That was a fantastic build-up play by Kingston. They've looked in a slump this period, and out of nowhere a chance to tie the game back up. Around the corner it comes, back towards the Kingston captain of Reeder. Rather vocal from the bench, the Kingston head coach Scott Hayward. Reeder under pressure from JJ Sanders, but he's opened up space. Brilliant bit of passing, plays open up onto the backhand. Can't be put home. Cazares committed in the Haringey goal. Should have been doing better there, Powell. Gets rid into the balls by the big man of Sanders. Reeder going all the way. But Cazares will have that one held. Bauer Arena is filling up here. It's nice to see so many parents, fans travelling out towards Ice Sheffield. Some fantastic hockey. Beaumont. That's a quickly dish one out from the blue line. Looked uncomfortable, and that's a really poor shot from Charlie Powell. Dragged it across his body and looked to ping off his stick away from him. Approaching 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Turn back over towards Sanders. He'll quickly clear it out towards Rubal. Rubal plays it in again, onside. He makes sure he stays. Now a chance for Kingston either way. Pow! Short side! Kuzaris had no answer. It's not the first time this game she's looked stunned. And Charlie Powell got the scoring underway for Kingston. He's tied them back up again. We're at 3 goals apiece as we approach the end of the second period.
Goal number 3 for the Kingston Sharks, scored by number 2, Charlie Powell. Assisted by number 9.
Haringey trying to respond quickly, but Kingston able to get it out of their zone, and now Durgan briefly had a bit of space, but Haringey back check well. He's not got an option in the middle really. He's only going to have to try and open up a lane. Himself will make a pass. He went for the pass, it fell out of the zone, and we'll have to set him back up again with Harry Moxon. A bit of confusion at the blue line, entering the zone, turning the other way. Here's Oslinski. But it breaks at the hash marks. It's pushed aside by the blocker, and it'll be collected back up by Kingston, and they'll try and move it the other way. Barker's there, he'll be chipped off the boards towards him. First tweet you'd think was going to be Emil Civi. They will do so and play it round towards Oslinski. Fans the first time, tries to find Zach Beale, and this surely will go for icing, and will do so. 2:39 remain in the period. Could be in for a fantastic conclusion. Our second on the 16th match of the weekend. Trying to clear it out towards Beaumont. Zach Beale has poached on towards the rather weak pass. He gets pulled apart briefly. Turn out in front, trying to collect onto it. Late was George Van. And back the other way comes Bo Reader. He's got a bit of space. Bo Reader all alone. Draws a penalty. Heavy connection there out in front. Beaumont gets up at the blue line, sent him towards the net of Cazares, pushed aside, and now we'll get a penalty. Hooking call going against Christian Reinhardt. The experience from Great Britain, not enough to avoid it. I think Bo Reader's asking the question if it's a penalty shot. It's going to be a power play instead. For all but 6 seconds of this second period, unless Kingston can take back the lead. And what a momentum swing that would be going into the final period of this semi-final.
Penalty against the Haringey Hounds, wearing number 11, Christian Reinhardt, receives 2 minutes for hooking. Penalty against the Haringey Hounds, wearing 11, Christian Reinhardt, 2 minutes for hooking. That penalty time at 27 minutes 54 seconds, 2-7-5-4.
Cleared down instantly by Kingston.
The power play.
Just crawl it in towards the zone. Back up by Vinnikov. And lifted in by Reader. Down into the corner of Powell. It's rimmed round and collected by Leach. They have a minute 15 left on the man advantage. Powell Collects it briefly. Will be cleared out again by Haringey. J&J Sanders goes on a full chase here as it's sent down for length for the ice. It's going to go for icing. So back down in towards Kingston territory. It will help killing off this penalty that they have 59 seconds remaining on. Vinnikov trying to tie it up, and it's all off the face-off. Max Vinnikov, a wonder goal. He didn't even realise it himself. He just tried to tie the man up with the face-off to kill off vital seconds, but in the end he's found himself in a bit of space. A lovely snapshot through the 5-ball of Lewis Curry, and a short-handed goal give Haringey the lead back right at the end of the second period. Max Vinnikov, a wonder goal, has left Kingston absolutely stunned. The Hall-based side absolutely bemused. Meadows, it's loose there, they're trying to crash it home. It's still loose, and now there's going to be some handbags afterwards. But Cazares hadn't got a hold of her from her vantage point by the time the whistle had gone. We said if there's going to be a goal, it would likely going to come from Max Vinnikov, and it does so. Down towards the Kingston zone, Nersha chasing onto it again, trying to pick a pocket there of one of the Kingston defensemen. It's been a fantastic kill so far. Reeder's going to want to change that. Entering the zone, his shot wide off the net. Haringey will clear it out again with Nersha. Gets brought down, nothing given. Blackwood fans at the first time of asking, still able to pick it up though. 15 seconds remain in the period. Sent in on net by Sanders. Picked up by Nersha. Turn over though towards Will Leach. He's got it on his forehand, so he'll be able to shoot. But it's not the greatest of shots. And back to full strength with Christian Reinhardt. That's going to be the end of the second period. And a fantastic short-handed goal from Max Vinnikov is the difference maker as we go into our final round of 15 minutes.
The Hounds just squeezed the lead with minutes to go in the second period, leading 4 goals. The shots with 3. It's still all to play for in the third period. That will take place in just a few minutes' time. both teams return to centre ice for the third period. The Haringey Hounds lead with 4 goals. The Kingston Sharks with 3. Still all to play for in the South semi-final of the U16 National Division. The winner of this game will face Leeds in the National Final tomorrow at 9:45 AM. A very, very exciting third period of battle underway. For the third time this morning, are you here cheering on the Haringey Hounds? Or are you here cheering on the Kingston Sharks?
The Kingston Sharks being spurred on as they trail a goal against the Haringey Hounds in our second under-16 semi-final. There's already Joshua Blackwood for Haringey trying to double their lead that they took right at the end of the period from Max Vinikov's short-handed superstar goal. Kingston trying to get a 2-on-1 there briefly. The pass couldn't connect towards Powell, and Christian Reinhardt will settle things back down around towards Josh Blackwood again. He just receives a little bit of a hit. They're trying to play it back out in front. Change of netminder for Haringey. Anthony Pietkowski is now in between the pipes for the North London side. Comes down towards Savvy. Off the backhand towards Christian Reinhardt. Just out-muscles Josh Beddoes to the ground. And the game's not been played at an electric pace. We said at the start it would certainly be a more tactical approach, and that it has been. The counter-attack and the way that this Haringey side win turnovers, they're not the best looking of sides, but it's certainly effective. It's not what you would expect to be a good side, but they've certainly made their style of hockey work. Offside go Haringey, well spotted by the linesman. In front, Haringey trying to make their lead insurmountable for Kingston, book themselves a spot against Leeds tomorrow afternoon in our opening final, our second final rather, at 9:45. That is due off, as with the Widnes Wild Academy and the MK Storm going up against each other in our under-16s Division 2 final. Played out in front, Durgan trying to crash it home for Kingston, unable to do so, and back out it comes with Ravenko. Across to Blackwood. Gets his way through, dangling nicely. Blackwood's had nice hands. Bit of a shot just sailing over the boards. Now, back with some pace come Kingston. They've not got numbers, but they've got Bo Reeder, and that's all that matters. Trails in, the pass was perfect, and Reeder ties the game up. Captaincy on display, leadership when it matters most. And this game is by no means done. Next game up, due off at 12:30. We should still be on schedule for that. not a little bit of a delay with the trophy presentation. The Leeds Junior Knights take on the Slough Junior Jets. They're under 14 squad. Or the under 14s battle, rather. The first of our semi-finals. A lot of the under 16s from Leeds. Most notably Rory Hill, who was in our previous semi-final under 16s in action, and under the 14s. They take on the Slough Junior Jets. They'll have a few of the under 12s who was in action a couple weekends ago in the under 12s national finals. The second of the under 14 semi-finals, due off at 2:15, is the Chelmsford Braves versus the first of the Nottingham teams this weekend. The South 1 champions shake on the North runners-up, and then we finish the day with our 2 under 18s. Tomorrow we go 16s, 18s and 19s, and then 14s to end the day. And the competitive hockey season here at Sheffield, but we've still got a lot of games to go before we think about closing the curtain, and we may have a lot of hockey to play here still as well. All square at 4 goals apiece. Kingston coming back the other way, and it's Reeder again. He's got some speed, but so does Zach Beale, dangling all the way on one hand. That would have been a mighty effort, but it's fantastic work by Zach Beale to force the game tyre Bo Reeder on towards one hand. Thornton. Blackwood denies the trailing man coming off the bench. He'll come back the other way as he's done so much. He's hit off the puck rather softly, but it was enough to dislodge him. And back the other way come Kingston, and now the crowd and the atmosphere picks up again, and so does the pace of the game. It just has an extra bit of feel to it, the tension. Maybe a different game plan. Fantastic kick save, Vinikov! It's put on for the rebound! First time of asking, Vinikov gets denied. The second time it's played across. And it's Oliver Leach who gives Haringey the lead back again. And what looked to be a marvellous low save by Lewis Curry has turned into potential heartbreak with just 10.5 minutes left in the game.
Goal number 5 for the Haringey Hounds, scored by number 8, Oliver Leach.
Reinhardt works into his zone over the blue line. Christian Reinhardt, he's been quiet this game. The GB man wants to show his ability, but back the way could Kingston. As we've said so many times, this game has just had some flow to it. The scoreline says it all. Outs in front. Baker just runs out of space as he's shooting and gets closed down by Reinhardt. Protest from the Kingston bench as he got laid upon, and back comes Christian Reinhardt again. Across towards the goal scorer, and some brilliant passing for Slinsky brought into action, but she couldn't put it home on her backhand. Bounce up in the air, and Barker plays it in. Offside though is Durgan, and Kingston just going to be blowed down in the end. It's going to come out of the zone, or there's going to be a penalty coming up, actually, an interference call going up against Christian Reinhardt. So what was a delayed offside becomes a delayed penalty, and just as they go down a goal again, Kingston with a chance to tie the game up once more. They had a 2-goal lead early on, but as soon as Haringey pulled it back, it's been Kingston who have been chasing. And the last power play that Kingston had, it was the short-handed goal that really gave them momentum. They're going to want a different story, a heavy bounce and scrambling to it, and it's been put home. Pitiakowski, 40, had it, and it did not take long. A massive wind-up from the blue line is put home, and the net mining for Haringey has been a massive letdown for them. It's been poor on both sides, and that could be the difference maker as we're all square again. Vinikov. He winds one up to try and give his side the lead again, as he's not going to get any short-handed miracles this time round. Kingston pushing on with now stuck in his own zone. He'll be back out now towards Barker. He's got an effort to get through, and Vinikov's picked his pocket. And it comes across towards the near side boards once more. Pow. JJ Sanders thought about lining him up, but in the end he has to let it go, and an awkward shot and nearly batting it out. I've already seen one baseball goal this morning. We nearly had another as Matthew Pickup got sent into the boards. Kingston, after my goal, they've just got a sense of life again. With Ravenko for Haringey, he's run out of room as he gets hounded upon, rather ironically, by two of the Sharks players. Picked back up, in front, behind, and a great reaction from Curry again. His legs have been all over the place, but he's done the job for the most part. Dealt with the pressure that Haringey have put on. I think Haringey would wish their netminders have done the same thing. They're going to be called into action again. Never mind, that's a fantastic poke check by Ruben Yates. Comes back out towards the blue line. Yates pushes it on his way out of the scrum, and Kingston will just crawl upon it behind their own goal. With Thornton. Just playing with the food a little bit here. As Kingston just slow it right down, entering the zone. Perhaps a sense of tiredness setting in and trying to crash it home again. In fact, might be the play. Might be why they're pushing it up ever so slowly, getting a man in front of goal. They know the netminders are weak enough. That's the plan. That's a great bit of coaching there, noticing the weakness of the opposition side. Right now, Haringey have responded with this slowed down pace. When they've picked it up, they've worked the better of the sides. This is a man who likes to put the pace on, one of the England under-15s from last year, Max Vinikov, and now he starts getting his legs moving again, spinning around the place. Can't connect though, and now there's another person who can skate well. Durgan tries to find Pickup, but it's just behind him, and Savvy will recover. Back to Barker, who gets hit hard into the boards, shoulder to shoulder, and a bit of frustration behind from Pickup as he responds with a check of his own. Across to one of the many goal scorers of this game, a heavy hit. The size difference rather noticeable, but Haringey keeping it over the blue line, still going drying hard, but his wrist shot takes a deflection over the bar. Slinsky plays it round, so he finds a way of Matthew Pickup for Kingston. 6 minutes remain in the game. With Reinhardt. His shot, heavy deflection to the netting, and we're going to face off to the right of Lewis, going with just under 6 minutes to go. Comfortably won off the face-off by Haringey, sent in awkwardly by JJ Sanders. Man, sailed right over the bar. Prime opportunity is any chance he gets going to have to matter, and Bo Reeder's going to have to make this one count. He swings back round from great lower hand strength. Fantastic save in response by Haringey as Piakowski will hold on to it. Blackwood in over the zone for Haringey, trying to get him through multiple bodies as he's trying. He's recovered that well, actually. He's not the smallest of figures, so trying to dance your way through a a large quantity of bodies. It's never easy, but he's shown that to be a top quality of his this game. Icing waved off. His first to it is Charlie Powell, and Kingston lead again! Out of nowhere, the slow pace has worked in their favour, and Piakowski, again, absolutely no answer to it. With just over 5 minutes to go, the pendulum swings back in favour of East Yorkshire. And Haringey, with their backs against the wall, they've looked so comfortable since the start of the second period. And there's a dangerous turnover that Knock gets a cross-check-in response just for a bit of safety. And now the pace picks again. Here's the man who opened for scoring, Ruben Yates! When the pendulum swings again, and Haringey bring a roar! And start as you, or finish as you start, Ruben Yates. Just 15 seconds later.
That was a goal number 6 from Kingston Sharp, scored by 35 Haringey, assisted 2 Charlie Powell, second assist West 3 Joshua Bellows. That goal timed 39 minutes 57 seconds. That was answered by goal number 6, the Haringey Hounds, scored by number 10
Vinikov.
Second assist.
Who will be the difference maker? Well, I think that's a question only the hockey gods know.
An even-handed goal scored by 10 Ruben Yates.
Who will join the Leeds Junior Knights in the Under-16s Division 1 final tomorrow? A lot of these Haringey players will have at least a game tomorrow in the Under-16s Division 2 final. Most of the teams, majority the same. I'll also play in the final game of the day, the Under-18s that face the Leeds Junior Knights Under-18s in the second semi-final there, where North Haringey win. Maybe a repeat matchup or a teaser of the Under-16s final, as there's a lot of the same players in there. Also the Under-19 squad, Haringey just living it large right now in Sheffield with both top and bottom division sides. 3:20 remain. Blackwood. He gets brought down and around the boards. Savvy caught in 2 minds. How he will commit, will still get there first. And on a change, there's going to be space, but Blackwood sticking the air. Had a brilliant opportunity to go 1-on-0. Still gets it up high to Christian Reinhardt's not been able to get much space. Whenever Reinhardt's on the puck, Kingston just close in on him and don't allow him to get a shooting lane. Nashur, he gets sent down. And a bit of a scrum afterwards is trying to collect his glove is Charlie Powell, and he's going to need it as Kingston trying to move forward again. Reinhardt gets there first for Haringey, round the boards towards Nashur. 3-on-2 if they're quick enough. It's a rather heavily weighted pass foe. Reinhardt picks it up, tries to play it through. Bodies hitting the deck there for Kingston, trying to throw everything at it, and now they're being spurred on as they're going to get a 2-on-2 entering the zone. It's Bo Reader to try and perhaps win the game. Late in, Charlie Powell, and the net's been thrown off, and there's going to be a massive bit of frustration there. Who's trying to scramble back was Christian Reinhardt. He's hit into the goal rather heavily, knocked the posts off.
So there has to be a winner in the semi-final game. If both teams are tied in 2 minutes and 6 seconds time, we will then play 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime. The first goal in that overtime will decide the winning team. If both teams are still tied after overtime, we will head into a penalty shootout. There has to be a winner here this morning. Will it be Kingston? Will it be
Christian Reinhardt ties that one up as it came in front of him. Still able to clear the zone though. Haringey in a bit of a scramble now. But want to get themselves in the dugouts with their coaches, especially after they've had a lead in this game and they've looked for more dominant side. Perhaps a change in netminder has not done them favours. It's been a goal fest here in our second game of the day. Under 14's action follows. We've got a minute and a half to find a winner. If not, we go to overtime. He's got a goal already. Here's Olisny. Just gets pushed wide. And fantastic defensive workers hurrying back rather aggressively. Was the Kingston Sharks off the bench. Here comes Blackwood. Blackwood right into the glove of Lewis Curry, and you can cut the tension with a knife here. The atmosphere, you can tell everyone's on the edge of their seats. It's been such a good game. Surprised they've not come back to get it come on after his face-off goal earlier. It's not top line out, it's second line for Haringey, and first to it is Charlie Powell. It's quickly cleared up towards Zach Beale for Haringey. He can't get a heavy touch onto it. This time he wins a 50-50. Zach Beale in business. Zach Beale to end it. No! Lewis Curry. Full stretch out. Holds onto it. And I think some of the older Haringey players below us can't quite believe that's not been put home. Lewis Curry just gets himself set back up, 52 seconds remain. Now top line is out there for Haringey. Trying to pick out Bo Reeder. They have their top line out to Kingston in this dire moment. The next goal surely will be the difference maker. It's a high stick and going against Haringey. Face off one there by Vinikov in a crucial position, and it's a brilliant pass out towards Blackwood, right into the back. Oh, he's mishandled Van No! Josh Blackwood is going to be gutted with himself, but that pass was from the gods. Still a chance, Vinikov, now a 2-on-1. They have time, out towards Blackwood, in front, Vinikov puts it home! Haringey surely have won it! In the final few seconds, Lewis Curry in disbelief. The patience of a St. Josh Blackwood, and Vinikov lives at large in Sheffield. Eight seconds to pull a miracle here, Kingston. And Vinikov's had to take a seat. And Haringey just try and crowd it round, tie it up. It's a rush for Kingston. It's not going to be enough. Vinikov, a difference maker, and some nasties afterwards, and it's all going to boil over. But Haringey are going to face the Leeds Junior Knights in our under-16s final tomorrow. You're going to teaser of that in our final game of the day. Our under-18s final game then will also be the Haringey Hounds versus Leeds Junior Knights. But what an ending to that game. 8 seconds to go. Vinikov, the winner. Our first final set in stone then. We'll be back rather shortly for our second our second age group action. As we see the under-14s hit the ice for the first time as the Leeds Junior Knights take on the Slough Junior Jets. That's due off in 15 minutes' time. Do not go anywhere.